Hello everybody, my name is Joe Guy and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. So, I've been, this feels weird. This'll be fine. I've been doing a little bit of work off screen, as you can tell. Obviously, we ended the last session right here. And we're arriving back. That's because I've done some resource gathering and some rethinking of, you know, where to store stuff, things like that. And the fact is that just this forward base, because it is so far from White Shore and because so many points of interest are nearby here and not White Shore, this is becoming much more important of a base than I thought it was going to be. It's probably not even right to call it, here we go. Yeah? Yeah. It's probably not even right to call it a forward base anymore, and therefore, well, until it gets a control panel, a control room, I should say, I guess it will still remain a forward base. But for now, yeah, we're basically gonna treat it like it's not. There you go. In case any of you were wondering where my sea glide was. So I basically just aimed to bring back enough tools so that I could kind of subsist here and do any crafting that I needed. I did specifically try to pick up enough stuff roughly to build the prawn suit, but thing is, because I don't have the Cyclops, the prawn suit is not a mobile piece of equipment. Hell, I don't even know if I have the stuff for a, you know what, yeah. Unpin that and unpin that, because we're not there right now. No, instead, yeah, sorry, just checking my recording stuff's okay. Sea truck, yeah, that's all the sea truck stuff. Depth module, great. What arms do I have though for it? Yeah, grappling arm, huge. I mean, the drill arm is great. Like, the fact that I have enough to make that almost makes the prawn suit worth building already in a resource gathering capacity. But until I get the grappling arm, its mobility's super limited. And yeah, ooh, I have that. Whoa, when did I get that? Oh well, whatever, too late now. I'm not storing stuff in the sea truck just yet, although that would be super handy. Damn, I can't believe I missed that. Oh well, yes, today I want to push further, I want to push deeper. Let's turn on all our beacons and see where things are at. What's closest to us? Now, bloody hell, I've got this Word document up right in front of me. I could easily take notes, but I don't. I think red is the stuff that I feel like I have yet. Base and Architect Portal, yeah. I feel like I haven't yet explored fully. So I guess I should put it to blue for now. Yeah, that's the Mercury 2 wreck. And I remember that the other half of the Mercury 2 wreck is near Lily Cove, so I don't need to mark that. Copper mining station, definitely not yet fully explored. Also, I'm still not sure how to handle that because I don't think I can get a vehicle in that door. One thing that did happen though, I was resource gathering around here, and let's see if we can find it. Hopefully this will be easy. Get the sea glide back there. Hey, let's replace its battery. Oh, do I not have any spare batteries? That would be incredibly shit. On you go, son. There we go. I found something strange in here, and I didn't look at it properly because, well, it was off camera. Like, I tried to preserve as many reactions as possible. Like, the reason I used to record Subnautica, like, have the recording on all the time. And the reason for that was that if anything happened, there it is. It's bizarre. Now I'm gonna leave just in case they're threatening. I don't see anything threatening around, but yeah, they're all here. But I'm trying to adjust my relationship with this game. I want to play it more often, and I want to just kind of like, for that to happen, I need to be able to kind of chill with it and just relax and enjoy it. And sitting here with the headphones on and the microphone right in front of my face is not always the optimal way I want to be playing on a weeknight. But it is today, so, you know. Let's see what we got. We got indigenous life forms. Oh, this is a... Whoa. The hive mind are never alone and grow in massive clusters. They are physically connected by a root system which sends out chemical signals in the presence of large predators. The signal activates a chemical reaction with its green porous membrane, resulting in a visible change of color in its bioluminescence. This action has two effects. The uniform change in color grants the hive mind the appearance of one large interconnected organism. This is a form of camouflage called disruptive coloration, which is confusing to predators. Smaller sea creatures confuse the changing color for sunlight and are drawn towards the cluster. So yeah, it's of no threat whatsoever, but I didn't actually realize these things were alive. Hey! You go green, and then I come closer and you go purple. Well, isn't that charming? And I also scanned some nickel ore. I don't know if I hadn't discovered nickel. I did in the last game, and it's all clustered together in one big memory at this point. That's an interesting noise. So yes, let's go back. Let's go back to Nova and decide in which direction we want to go. Bit bright there, buddy. Right, how's my power doing? Level at 2500. Excellent. Gimme, gimme. Definitely need that, though for now I will just... Hey, neighbor. Right, beacons, beacons, beacons. Okay, so 700 meters that way, 600 meters that way, 400 meters down there, and 1,000 meters that way. Okay. So, I mean, close is close, but close is also deep. PK8, that's an artifact. And then the body cache is down there. I guess let's try and like stay relatively close to the surface and grab one of these. Right, how am I doing? Got that. Don't need the habitat builder, maybe need the repair tool. Scanner, flashlight, here we go. In action mode. That's it, let's see what we come up with. And on the way, we're just exploring, taking in the sights, and seeing what we can come up with. Except for a damaged ship, obviously. We gotta be careful. It's here, right? Yeah, PK8. It's very handily labeled.
I believe if you search this area, you can find a component to help build my body.
Oh, well, I guess we've kind of just naturally come upon to here. So let's push a little bit further, a little bit deeper. We're still well within our limits. You just need to be careful. Excuse me, these big roots are fun. Oh god, you don't just flying this thing does not feel like flying this thing. Biome change, you say. Change the atmosphere. Oh, for fuck's sake, sea truck, will you take a hit like a man? Huh. Well, these things...
I strongly sense my people's technology nearby. A body component is near.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, let's meet the locals first of all. Actually, you know what? No. Oh, interesting. I think I'm so vertical, it put me right in the driver's seat again. Hope you guys are enjoying the tour. Eventual food. And here we go. Flowering spore. Floating spore emitted by the Grand's cotton anemone. The spore is slightly more buoyant than water and floats suspended in its biome. Carried along by ocean currents. When the spore brushes against an acceptable surface, the spore breaks open and a seed latches on in the hopes of growing. Hey, cool. They're useful. Oh, we can just... Hell yes, benzene. That's gonna be huge, I reckon. And it is everywhere. We got stuff like the hookfish here, which is great. Oh, is that uranite? Yes, it is. Excellent. Just made the leap to nuclear. Catch-up world. But so far, I've really only been fighting the reactors. The reactor rods, I should say. Yeah, I do just feel ever so slightly more mobile with my Sea Shrug in hand, Sea Glide in hand. Alright, so that's the biggest thing I see over there, and that is not going to turn up on the screen for love nor money. I think these are the anemones though. Okay. Here's a nice, safe-looking spot. Let's bring the sea truck down. Ah, you look new. Triops. Excellent. All right.
New creature discovered.
There it is. Let's get up there and stick to the walls. Right. Oh, is that? No, it's uranite. Okay, yep, makes sense. Nothing we weren't already aware of. But in the small herbivores section, we got Triops. An effective bottom feeder with unusual trioptical vision. Mouth parts on the underside hoover up and crunch down on small invertebrates of the seafloor. Spending much of its time hiding from predators above, it is camouflaged to blend in with the surrounding terrain when necessary. Huh. Forward-facing eyes are unusual in prey creatures, not at least 3 of them. Each eye, however, is angled slightly outwards, gives the traps a field of view almost 240 degrees. Careful use of this powerful faculty is probably what's kept them alive to date. Fantastic. One more, guys. Well, I need to check a text I got, and it was just my partner saying that they're down for me doing some recording tonight, this evening. Alright, okay, well, where Sea Truck is where base is. Now we do turn on the light so I can see her from a distance. Oh, yep. Right, let's see what we got. Young caught in an enemy. This furry stuff on the ground is really interesting. I'm scanning for like movement, but I'm really not seeing much. It's the grand anemones. They remind me of the jelly shrooms. Hey, hell. A massive quartz thing. Got plenty of silver at the moment. Lead. Lead is the thing to discover. And nickel. How am I doing on space? So that spore stuff only takes up 1 slot. Good, I thought it might be one of those things which look very small but actually takes up a huge amount of room. Man, and that one was so close to finding a suitable surface as well. I almost feel bad. Okay, so that's a few of that. Let's remember why we're here though. This seems like a pretty cool biome, I have to say. It's really interesting. Where's the artifact though? Where's the alien place? No, that's not it. Where is it? You know, I could just turn that on. What's that? It's body cache. Scanning. I don't see it. I'm looking all. Oh, it's right below me. Ah, very nearby. Okay, excellent. All right, let's strike a bit further afield. See if we can scan some new stuff. Oh, you're interesting. Hello. Discus fish. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I knew there was gonna be some form of danger. Whew. On me thing, I have no idea what actually caused me to loosen there. When the feeders. Where was I? When the feeders latched to your arm, you know, they were little leech things in the original Subnautica. You could use your knife to bring them off. Otherwise, I think you just punched them. Now that barely did any health damage at all, but it sure startled me. All right, let's have a go. Now, I'm not coming anywhere near you, so there you go. That is small herbivore again. Laterally compressed body, algae are the plants, nutritious prey for many other larger, quicker members, despite the colorful appearance. Virtue of their relative agility and tendency to favor narrow crevices and other claustrophobic environments. Ow. Yep. let go of me for crying in the sink. Highly dangerous, carnivorous life form manages to thrive in certain environments in spite of its lack of mobility. It quietly blends into terrain, camouflaging itself amongst similar-looking coral or anemone. When prey accidentally stumbles into proximity, the creature quickly lashes out with its strong adhesive tentacles and will tentacle its target into thorny, gaping maw. It can be deadly to oblivious explorers. Pay attention to your environment, and when these creatures are present, watching and listening carefully for signs of imminent attack. Well then, I mean, it didn't really give me that much of a warning, if I'm perfectly honest. Can I scan you? You look like a thing. You're a loot plant. The terrestrial plant, 2 thick stalks that intertwine around a centralized green bulb. A series of thin yellow rings grow around the bulb in a decentralized orbit. Yeah, thanks for the aesthetic description. I spy alien thing. Man, that's a big boy over there. Oh, and then look, it's one of those hypnotoad things. That's not what they're called. How am I doing on oxygen? Yeah. Ultra high capacity tank does me very nicely. Now, what I maybe want to kind of get into the habit of doing is spotting those traps again from afar. But I don't see them. Also, we haven't really learned about the anemones yet. I feel like I should know that because they are obviously king of this ecosystem. So there's spiky traps. Yeah, very, very subtle. So subtle, in fact, I'm now paranoid. But I reckon we're okay. Let's make a break back for thing. Yeah, there's you, and you saw you. I think you just got me high, right? You didn't try to draw me in or anything. You just gave me a wee trip. That's cool. I'm down. In I go. Hello, everybody. All right. So, still good on inventory space. What else have I got in the data bank? Oh, here we go. Young caught an enemy, that's cool. And then we got the grand one. Oh, flora sample used in advanced construction. Hell, I gotta get a thing of that. One of the largest multicellular organisms in the sector of 4546b. The grand caught an enemy is hard to miss. The species propagates by emitting a steady flow of spermatozoa, reminiscent of flower pollen, that are forced out of its opening as a result of a gas exchange. I know some exchanges that have resulted in similar fluids. Periodically a large... Where the hell... Cool, let's just move on. Periodically a large egg is expelled. Once fertilized, the egg develops into a planula larva, which drifts through the local environment before establishing itself on the ocean floor. Collect eggs for use in advanced construction, indeed. So, yeah, we've seen the eggs. Turns out we're swimming through a little bit more than that. Cannot exit here. Double parked. Well, let's grab some an enemy samples then, if this is gonna be a big deal. Oh, we can just pick it. How big? Nice, nice. Good spot for harvesting. Very much so. I'll need to make a trip up again. Man, that storage module would have been good. Several of them. I'm probably gonna do this eventually. What do I need to build a moon pool? Titanium ingots, lubricant, and lead. So lubricant's the big thing. I don't have that. Okay, if I make the trip back to there to build a freaking storage module, I will skip past it. But for now, let's stay down here and do what we originally came for. If we're very lucky, the aliens will have had some loop in storage. Yeah, this furry stuff is weirding me out. Like, it's not everywhere, and that's raising my eyebrows. It certainly is. I'm still keeping an eye out for those predators, but I genuinely don't see them. Hey, diamond, nice. Maybe what I've been identifying as quartz this entire time is actually diamond. Yeah, I'm good on natural supplies. Oh, I picked up a seed. Nice, good idea, actually. Grow me own. I don't think there'll be anything that can let me grow the spore, though. No, I mean, it's an egg. You don't get egg seeds. Well, you do, but shut up. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the stream. Lovely. Some more uranite while I'm here, too. There's that thing. Don't get too close to it. We don't need the headache, literally. Oh, great. Hey, neighbor. We can get a good look at you up close. Pretty sure your stuff can't get in here. What is it again? So it's a large herbivore. I think the lily paddler. Here we go. Slow and vulnerable to attack. When threatened, they emit a pheromonal defense that disrupts higher order brain function to certain species. And that's not happening right now, despite the strange visual effect caused by my aquarium glass. Alright, so thing is below me, right below me in fact. Let's start piloting around. Whoa, that's not the pilot button. Do that in your test. Your ass is getting a fail, or at least a confused look. But you know what, despite bumming around here for a little while now, I actually haven't seen anything which could constitute a way down. So there must be a labyrinthine quality to this area. Let's do the rounds and, well, try and remember where we came up. This is maybe looking slightly more promising. Kind of a natural staircase here. More uranite. Here's the down. Yep. Okay, cool, we're on the right track. Howdy, hombre. No need to feel threatened or anything. Oh, this is looking less promising all of a sudden. although those look interesting. Are they eggs, possibly? Where's the lily paddler? Let's get a handle on that and maybe go out and have a look-see. Ah, chili pash. Oh, frame rate. Speaking of, hang on. Alright, I have absolutely no idea what that lily paddler is. There you are. So I'm not... Okay, I just lost full control for a second there. Oh, could you not? Look, you're the freaking threat. Hello? I think my keyboard might be running out of batteries. Oh, just eat it. Would you... Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Oh god, that's even worse. That's much worse than it was the first time. Joe, I can still find these eggs. There's an egg. I found it. 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 I'm good to drive. Don't worry, don't worry. Look, I do this all the time. I'm a professional. I know how to handle my pheromones. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I think I'm genuinely all right now. Not so bad at all when you know what's coming. Egypt. Okay. So, find the beacon, and there it is. And unfortunately, yeah, right below the bloody floor. So, there are going to be natural ways down, and it just unfortunately looks like this is not the correct natural way. I was right though, those things, they were eggs. So, you know. Hey, I could grow my own drug machine in the future. Ugh, I hate that, I hate that. You get so close, and it's... I don't know, I think that's a failure of sound design. If you don't mind me saying, game developers, like that brittle cracking noise should be much more of a deterrent sound effect, whereas the occasional bumps and I'm disorientated. I'm gonna drown. Here we go. Okay, good. I got my bearings again. My artificial horizon just went nuts for a second there. I don't know why. Right. Do you know what? We saw an alien ruin thing before. I think I've scanned those already. Yeah, they were around the monkey nest. Let's see if we can find that again and go from there. Right, what was I saying? I was saying that, whoa, 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 whoa! Rip. No wonder I don't see too many of those around. There's your pheromones there, buddy. Actually get a good look at it this time. I think it's usually, maybe over time, like it goes much further under, but look at it there, just sitting there digesting. I mean, you gotta get high when you eat the pheromones, right? Surely? I mean, I know it's like a different method of ingestion, but you gotta at least breathe some of what you're eating. Well, what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, we saw alien pillar around or something like that. I think that's probably the best place to start. And also that the sound design for when you hit something very, very lightly, I think is too dramatic. Okay, this is looking promising. I think I was saying something else. Apologies if I lost my train of thought there. It's so pretty. Okay, I don't see anything big, so pick a spot and go for it. That looks like a nice, safe corner. See, what even was that? All sound in games should give you some kind of feedback. Okay, I'm coming up on my limit here. Just FYI, I am aware of that. I've not hit it yet. In fact, I'm a good 100 meters off, but I'm coming up on my limit. Now, I should bear in mind as well that I do have a fat ass. So, you know, the tinking like that, yeah, like in those exact cases, in fact, might be just indicative of the fact that it is harder to control such a hefty boot. I don't take any food with me. Except for the, you know, the people in the keister. I prefer to think of them more as tourists, but in a pinch they can absolutely be consumed. Scanning, here we go. There we go, very close by. And you know what, I may well make it. Okay, good. This is weird. I keep losing connectivity with my keyboard, and like the mouse will kick it back into gear. I hate that. I'm sorry. Here we go though. Tell me I don't need a... Alan, could you shut this down for us? Yeah, thank you. I noticed spinefish around here too. It must be deeper now. Right. Yeah, I can do. Park up. Let's go prospecting. At the back door. Get it right, folks. Or don't bother doing it at all. This is gorgeous. This is a body cache, right? This is what I'm arrived to? What on earth? Now, oh, I wonder. Check this out. Look. I don't think I've seen these in this expansion. I think this is from the volcanic crater. You know. Let's go see the main attraction here. Well, definitely looks like a bone, possibly an artificial skeleton of some kind. And was that what they look like? Let's scan this. A dense synthetic skeletal structure made from unknown alien components. It is estimated that the skeletal material would score a 10 on the Moss test from material hardness. It is highly resistant to shattering due to its incredibly strong impact strength.
Is very dense, able to handle heavy forces. A good frame for my new form.
Are you okay, Alan?
It is not often that I gaze upon the form of a foreign architect.
Is this place another sort of sanctuary? It's peaceful. Beautiful, even.
Yeah, it
As
is.
the bacterium spread, the continuation of life became uncertain. This is a place to reflect.
I think I understand.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Molecular scans point to an incredibly slow cell metabolism which is backed up by carbon dating. The plant cells appear to be engaged in a process known as transdifferentiation. This process alters the state of cells and transforms them to a new cell type over time. Through this process, the plant continuously replaces any poor biological material, allowing it to potentially live for incredibly long periods of time. Regulated structure and the intentional nature of its display suggests the architects designed and cultivated this plant for some kind of aesthetic or cultural purpose that we can only speculate about. We have almost never seen artistic stuff from the architects. Almost never. Their aesthetic has always been incredibly functional, with very little appreciation for things like color, for example. The most colourful things that we've seen in the architects are their different colour-coded tablets, which suggests that they can see colour, at least enough to allow it to kind of like visually differentiate, you know, to work for them practically. What I find interesting is a conversation that Robin had previously with Alan about the nature of, you know, humans dying and things like that, and like not changing form. I think Robin said something to the equivalent of the temporary nature gives it meaning and makes it beautiful, things like that. And here, look, the architects in their infiniteness, this is exactly the same. This is, the frame may be different, the time scale may be different, the situation may be different, but this is art in response to reflection, which is a result of uncertainty over life. It does beg the question, would you rather live forever or never do anything creative ever? I imagine the answer would really depend. Having said that, I don't think that's an actual scenario that we would find ourselves in. I think I'm actually going to cast around here just a tiny bit more, because it sort of feels like the fact that there's only one thing in here is squeezing me out a little bit. So I just want to make sure, absolutely sure, there was nothing further I missed. It's an entirely hypothetical question, you know. If you, it's like, would you rather live forever or never have another creative thought in your lifetime? And I think the answer would really differentiate. But I actually buy it. Like, we've had stories of immortal beings. For some reason, Lost Odyssey always comes to mind. I never even completed that game, but it's like a JRPG about where the main character is an immortal. And one of my favorite parts about that game is the stories that you would unlock, the memories from their past life. The idea of having been to so many places and seen so much. And there was a lot of creativity in the philosophy that comes from living forever, but at the same time, a lot of that creativity and musings come from everything around you dying and being temporary and being fleeting. For the architects, when there was just the knowledge, the research, the construction, the empire, maybe that was their creative outlet? I don't know. What's up, buddy?
You have found 2 of the 3 components required for the construction of my corporeal form. This is as close as I have come to autonomy in a long time.
You have such a way with words.
Is that sarcasm?
It was. You're learning.
Hopefully, I will not have time to complete my study.
I was wondering, if you can transfer bodies, why was it important to find a cure when you were infected? Couldn't you just make a new body?
Interesting.
As you can see in the components you have scanned thus far, the forms we require combine biological and mechanical parts. The tissues you have scanned were developed from the DNA of 27 separate alien species.
27? That seems greedy. And wouldn't that mean that anything that infects a body you've manufactured can potentially learn how to infect all those other species?
Yes. That is why a cure was imperative.
That was a really intelligent leap, Robin. Not something I would have picked up on immediately, but yes. When the disease knows how 2 forms of separate genetics can be combined together, I see that there, by the way. It can then know how to change itself to match that same adaptation. That's a big deal, yo. Whoa! Okay, squid shark, yeah. That's fine. Completely just blew past that willy-nilly. Let's have another. Do you know what? I need food. Grim as it might be, I didn't bring along my passengers for nothing. That's okay, Alan. Read the room. All right. Who's it? Do you know what? There's no fair word to the side. Just spin. Okay. And spin. Tighter spin. Okay. You. There we go. All right. Boop. Run for your life. Run for. Uh-oh. It's actually running for its life. Oh, why did I choose a peeper? Why did I choose a peeper? This was dumb. This was dumb as shit. Oh, did it. Good. Did it. Again. That could be more precise. Not the ideal way of consuming fish. But hey, if it works. Awesome, urinite. Alright, I think we're heading back out. Taking our spoils and going. I get the impression that maybe we've seen the highlights of this area. Now, no point in testing whether that thing can have at the sea moth or not. I'm sure we'll find out one of these days. Oh wait, you gotta take the long road. There you are. There you are. That was a short-lived bit of escapades. Escapades. Sea truck, luckily very meaty. All right, let's get to the surface. Oh Jesus. Simon says, "Way up is way up." Now, does this look to you like my little cubby hole? It maybe does. Let's get out for a second. Whoa, this is a little disorientating. No. Okay, I think I know where I am. Weirdly, these carnivorous creatures are, kind of making for some good landmarks. Here. Ta-da! Back to Lily Cove now. Shark ahead. Oh, you kidding me? Ugh. A lot of verticality to this space. Can't say my friend. So where is it? There it is, 73 meters. We are home. So we are. Oh, Jesus criminy. Ah. Lovely. All right, decanting. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Good job. Thanks for supporting the team. Basically, help me play part of my personal edition of the Running Man. Okay, store away. Salt. Oh yeah, I was like, where did I get the salt? Didn't go out for it, didn't I? I need some titanium, I need some more storage. So, do I want to change things up in here? You know what, you can go. Sorry to say it, but you just can. Do I want a second water machine? I do not. I'm okay. What I do want is some interior lockers, which I need quartz. Whoops. Oh god, everything's going wrong. Quartz at the very least is nearby. So grab yourself a merry little Christmas. There you go, nice big lockers in which to store shit. Make a grow bed for them at one point or another. Fantastic. That was a really productive session down below. 2 out of 3 parts. So what's that leave? We've got these artifacts that they've directed us to. Let's make that blue. Artifact, artifact, artifact. But not another body cache. Which I will admit, like, one thing about this game is that I don't know where I'm going. Like, there's the pilot's last known location, but there's nothing bloody there. Like, either I'm missing something. Let's go check it out again. Is there anything that I want to take back? Because I'm also going to go to White Shore. Grab myself enough stuff to build, you know, the sea truck modules and stuff that I've been hankering for. Or the stuff I need to build a moon pool. I should maybe at least grab some loot. Like, that's the one thing that I can't really build out here. Tell you what, no, better plan. Grab myself a merry little Christmas. Grab myself a... Oh, wow, I was really close to... Tuck in, tuck in. It's your last known location. But where are you? We've got the Mercury too. Oh, jeez. I actually hate flying this thing. I really do. It's incredibly off-putting. Coming here has led us to a few very valuable things. It has led us to Omega, it has led us to a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, like, looking at my voice log, so that's grand. Wow, this is day 1, like nuts. Altera Beacon, Delta Station, yep. Here we go, this is a recorded message. Ah. Interesting, so that was when I got to the island, and this is it.
Stop right there, Altera. You're out of bounds.
I'm not with Altera.
Then your position is doubly precarious.
What do you mean?
If you're telling the truth, you're out of your mind. If you're lying, there'll be hell to pay.
Wait! Who are you?
Stay off my land.
That's it, that's all we got. At most, all this has done is tip me off to the idea that, like, she just went in this direction. So if I was to trace from Delta to this point and then travel kind of like where that, in the same direction that leads me, if she was heading directly to where she came from, then maybe I'll find her. It's about as good as I can do, though. Sorry, I saw, yeah, it's a crypto Sakai. Those are space whale. Space whale. That's right, yeah. Fly the sea ship, and the whales, yeah, they're space whales. You could just call them whales. Yeah, and this isn't anything either. Well, can't help but feel that I'm at loose end. So let's go on an errand, shall we? And you know what? I'll record through this. To White Shore, here we go. Let's just go the way the sea wants to take us. Alright, so going back to White Shore, I'm grabbing I'm making the storage modules, and I'm grabbing some creepvine seeds as I pass, which I definitely have room for thanks to offloading. I can grow everything that I might need out in that direction. I can also totally keep an eye out for other such stuff that will not be going out in this direction. You know, I'm in actually fairly decent needs of repairs. So let's park up. I'm deliberately going this way because quite often I will head the familiar way around the mountain, which I think is a slightly longer way. Round to the, I guess, which way? The north, yeah. Whoops, no. The reason I'll head the familiar way is because there is a chelicorate out this direction. The red spine leviathan. No, I don't need to repair that. But you know what, whilst I'm at a slightly looser end than usual, let's actually go this direction. See if we can just get like a glimpse. Trying our luck or anything so foolish. We're just allowing... Go eat a massive load of ANSs. I don't see anything like that. Although I do see one of you. Yeah, I thought you were just down there, but no, you're all over the place over here. There's floating gardens there too. Turn it on. See, when I was doing original Subnautica, the way that all my bases were set up, and it really wasn't deliberately planned like this, just so happened to be, like, I could make a beeline from Sunbeam View to Red House to right down to Vigo Doria. Like, if I was to travel from Sunbeam View to Vigo Doria, like, it would be a little bit more challenging. Fine, let's get a bit lower and get some samples. Park up right here. Ugh. Everything at night. In this, it's unfortunately not the case. There's a giant mountain in between Lily Cove and White Shore. That'll do. That will certainly do. And it is hard to traverse between the two bases directly. I always have to make a decision, you know? I can't just kind of like wing and go. And unfortunately, the most direct route has a freaking chelicorate there somewhere. The artificially grown... Hang on. I need the seats, don't I? The bloody seats. Jesus! What is that? Oh, thank you. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, fuck's sake. Ugh. Walk out to me holding on like a bloody spider. Very useful as always, but oh, someone comes up and offers you like a freshly made deep pan pizza in the middle of the night in a dark alley you're not familiar with. I'm still gonna get a fucking fright even if I recognize them. Oh boy. Yeah. So yeah, the most direct route between White Shore and Lily Cove involves a Leviathan, unfortunately, something which I can't really ignore, but let's make this route that way, the most direct way, one more time. And maybe that'll soften up a little bit. I mean, it's entirely possible, it's fine. Oh, by the way, I've discovered something, check it out. Yep, see it, there at the bottom left. You enter in the moon pool, it automatically detaches any of your modules, which is a clunky solution to be sure, but an appropriate one. Alright, now I should be able to make these right here, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so prawn suit stuff, prawn suit thermal reactor, all this is prawn suit. Yeah, okay, so that's because I'm in the prawn suit bloody section. Oh shoot, hang on. But I have the storage module. This is probably why I don't have one. A small storage locker, prawn compatible. Oh, it's just for the prawn. Ah, that's a real shame. Okay, yeah, well, at the very least I've made the trip back. Makes the prawn suit a little bit more appealing. Man, you can really tell how much bigger stuff actually is when you're inside like this. Do I need anything from White Shore while I'm here? I might as well head up and stock up. So yeah, my base dynamic in the original Subnautica was really good. And very satisfying too, just like the individual marks on the land. A lot of the forward bases I wound up just ignoring. I think I called them scanner bases at the time. But the actual proper full bases, vital stuff, vital. Nothing there. Grab another battery. 2. All that lube, all those iron cubes, the pangolin stuff can absolutely stay here. Silicon rubber, I should be able to get a hold of that now that I have the sea truck stuff. Sorry, the creepvine stuff. Root pustule contains highly reactive compounds. That's kind of useful. Just thinking of the stuff that I can't get while I'm over there, you know? Yeah, I'm golden. The rest is just materials, and this place can keep that. Alright, let's head back. Okay. I think the big question is, do I want to call the episode here today? And the answer is yes, I think I do. It is a weeknight, and I have work in the morning. So, thanks so much for watching, everybody. We've, you know, one more thing off the to-do list. I just wish I had, like, something, anything, some idea of like where to go, some big overarching objective. Oh, look at all this titanium just hanging out in my walls. Ah, Savannah. Because it's meandering. That's the pacing of this game at the moment. Like the big objective was to find out what happened to Sam, and you just don't. Well, no, okay, sorry, no, you do. You definitely do. But kind of early. Like I don't know when people would stumble upon the big ice cave and the accident site and things like that. On the one hand, I like that it's open-ended, that you can do things in kind of whichever order that you want. That's cool and that's different. It's not fair to say that's a bad thing. It might be fair to say that I prefer the other side of things. What I would say is, though, is now that is done, my objective is to get off the planet, and an objective I picked up since I landed is to build Alan a body. But I have no idea how I'm going to get off the planet. There hasn't been even any clues, as far as I can tell, as to how that might happen. And Alan is the one that kind of just puts these on my map. And whilst, yeah, I figure if I check each of these out, I'll eventually... I expect I'll never run out of things on the to-do list. Oh wow. I think we got an eclipse going. That's gorgeous. But it's also indirectly related that I don't feel that I have a clear idea. I kind of just feel like I'm existing at the moment. I have a purpose, but I'm not able to directly work towards that purpose. And it leads to a slightly meandering pace, a meandering feel to the game, compared with what I was used to in Subnautica, where the whole idea is just go deeper, and you realize like eventually there are only a couple of routes through which to go deeper. Having said that, am I being like overly kind in retrospect? It's entirely possible that I am, because thinking back to it now, I think part of the appeal of Subnautica was that you knew you wanted to get out. Yeah, okay, so I think that's it. I think that's the distinction. You got the rocket from the ship, and that was like a really clear point. There we go. Might as well, whilst I'm chatting with you, I might as well just make my way back. Cool. And then it was all like the materials for that and things. And like maybe you had waypoints, you were investigating the Degassi, which I guess was the kind of like strongest lead you had, going further and further down. Yeah, there was a pacing thing as well. By the time the last checkpoint of the Degassi still had a very open world kind of feel to it, because if you remember, you went just under, and at that point, in the last time you find a signal from the Degassi, is the same point the environment design really tightens and becomes very like tunnel based. Sorry, and very narrowly focused. So I think it had that kind of natural progression of pacing, which was really well done. Maybe I'm just in the kind of meandering stage where like I do have a basic objective and I have stuff to do. So yeah, like that's just where I am in the game. I'm in the part of the game where there's a few things to do and we are exploring our options. And then hopefully at one point the game's focus will tighten again as we push further and further towards something very specific and something which is likely to get us one of our direct objectives. I mean, hell, 2 out of 3, right? I just need one more body cache. One more body cache and I can build our buddy. Now, that's very nice for him, but again, I don't really know what that's going to get us in the long term, or how that exactly will work in terms of dynamic. It might be like the rocket thing, where each ingredient of the rocket had you kind of pushing further and further. Now, I didn't really experience that myself because... See what I mean about this bloody mountain in the way? It's like right in the way. I couldn't have planned the pacing of that any more perfectly if I tried. So we might find the recipe to build our buddy very quickly, but the ingredients might just go lower and lower and lower until who knows what happens. Right, round here is... So that was a Cryptosuchus, but this is where I saw it. Ah, that's the Mercury too. Okay, yeah. I guess I'm just on the edge of that biome and I haven't actually pushed into here yet, so maybe that's an objective, just start exploring these different biomes. I both love and hate exploring the new biomes in Subnautica. Always good for at least one jump scare. Speaking of scare, it's passed very nicely between the Cryptosuchi and the squid sharks. Fields of aggression. Oh, I hate you. Do you know, I actually, thinking about it as well, I think I had exactly the same problem with the sea moth in its most tense moments. I specifically remember, particularly when investigating the Degassi's final area, where all those tentacled octo-psychic squid guys were, the EMP squids. I remember swearing blue at the sea moth because it was scaring the shit out of me by the noise it made when it would crash into things. Maybe it's not meant to feel secure. Maybe that's a design choice. I feel like I've raised a few points. Like, I'm complaining about this as a person who is vaguely interested in game design, and then taught myself out of it, like, later on that day. Alright, exterior modules. We're looking for exterior grow beds. Here we go. I've already got, like, a little bit of a garden going down here. Let's see if we... You know, maybe like a nice foundation might be nice. Oh, screw it. Yeah, why not? 1 second, guys. Tiny bit of building just to round the session off.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I need lead, and I need you to be in a box. Pretty sure it's lead and titanium to create a foundation, and I'll certainly need extra titanium in order to then craft the exterior grow beds. We're gonna do this, let's do this properly. Sometimes the best creations you'll ever make in creative games expand organically. Hey, you don't actually have anything for me. Oh, you do. Thank you.
Okay.
They get so pleased. It's just a sign of acceptance, obviously. Like, it's super cute and like a fair bit video gamey. I know. Let's put the garden next to the nuclear reactor so it all grows nice and strong. Plus, it's kind of nice and tucked into the wall there, in a way that I quite like. All right, so we don't need this many gel sacks in a million years. Let's just harvest them. Yep, inventory full. Well, you know what'll make my inventory less full? Is by building some of this stuff. So this place, intended as a forward base, is very quickly becoming a very proper base in and of itself. In the way that every base I made in the original Subnautica, apart from Vigodoria, was. You know, Sunbeam. Red House, like, was just I needed somewhere. Sunbeam View was I had an idea, I had a vision for a base. Good point, thank you.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah, I had a vision for a design idea, but then stuff grew out of that afterwards as well. Like the farm, kind of reminiscent of what I'm doing here. Yeah, okay, that should have freed up a whole nice bunch of space. Oops. Okay, that'll do. You can just deconstruct the rest. Or, instead of deconstructing the rest, yeah, Vigodoria I wanted to be fully functioning. I was kind of coming to the end of my base building phase, and you might notice something about that. Can I please? Ah, damn. I was hoping to grow my own. Still, I've got a wee supply of it now. Sunbeam, and Red House. The first version of Red House. Okay, no, Sunbeam. We'll say Sunbeam because, like, casting my mind back, it was maybe not like this as such. And those. Oh, I guess I'm full. Yeah. Sunbeam had a really tight design. You know, there was like some kind of meandering corridors and things like that, but compared with my other designs, not so much. Actually, no, take that and... Okay, I guess we'll do that and just see how that looks. Because those are going to grow big is the thing that I was thinking, and that might like block a bit, so like going back here might have been the best call, but it might give it a nice sense of like depth too. And you can go in here. There you go. Oh, hello, you got more for me. Thanks, buddy. Very much appreciated.
Calorie intake recommended.
That just caught my eye for a second there. Red House started out with an extremely tight design, and then it became meandering.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So I redesigned it entirely, and it was tighter in the areas that I needed it to be, but like that ground floor was very rarely used, the kind of original foundation of Red House. Vigodoria was okay, like it needed a lot of room to do its thing, so it felt quite tight, but it was kind of also all over the place. I'm not criticizing these designs. Aesthetically speaking, I was really happy with them, but there was occasionally a lot of wasted walking space in those designs, whereas the stuff that grows organically tends to be like tighter and more all organized into one area. Like there's very little downtime between me walking from one task to the other here at Lily Cove. Same with White Shore, I have to say, but not as much because I built it with space in mind. I wanted somewhere kind of like spacious and homey. I wanted to claim a large portion of the land, so that kind of went into it. Well, anyway. It's just interesting. The ways that very different players will all design their bases in very different ways is kind of fascinating to me. Like, every style is super different. Even with the limited confines of what you can actually accomplish with the Subnautica building engine, there's still a lot of room for personalization, and this place is looking kind of nice. Can't say I hate it, cannot say I hate it. So in the next session, I guess we'll just continue knocking off some to-do lists. That idea I had of following the line between Delta Station and the pilot's last known location and following that outwards, honestly, I kind of like that idea, and if it leads me to something, that would be really, really interesting, and I'd be a bit impressed with myself and a bit impressed with the game, because it feels like a very logical leap. But there's also, like, you know, even if it doesn't, like, fictionally speaking, there is no guarantee that whatever her name is, maybe Maida, like, there's no guarantee that she went directly. In fact, she seems kind of corporation savvy, so she might well have, like, gone a completely different direction for a while, specifically in order to lead us off the trail. I don't pretend to know. What I will say, however, is thank you very much for watching, everybody. In the next episode, we'll find something to do. There's plenty on the to-do list, even if we don't know exactly where it's all leading yet. And have a wonderful day, or night, or morning, or breakfast. See you later.